How's it going, guys? I'm NineLives, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about what I've learned in my 1000 hours on aim trainers. So in the past year I've racked up just over 500 hours on both AimLab and kovaaks, and in that time I have learnt quite a lot about improving aim and just aim trainers in general. Are they worth your time? Do they really help you improve? These are a lot of frequently asked questions that I see around aim trainers, and there is a lot of controversy around them. So I'm hoping to clear some of that up for you today. And yeah, I'm going to try and make this a quick, instructive video, and we'll get straight into it. Okay, just quickly, a couple of things I go over in this video I have already gone over in my aim improvement guide. So if you are interested in an aim improvement guide, I'll have that linked in the description. But yeah, let's get into it. So the first major thing I've learned in my 1000 hours of aim training is that sensitivity does not matter anywhere near as much as the majority of people think. I've played on very high sense, very low sense, and everywhere in between, and I'll often switch my sensitivity on the same game, between games, depending what character I'm playing, what gun I'm using, and even what tasks I'm playing on kovaaks. For reactive strafe tracking tasks, I'll go as low or as high as 18 centimeters per 360, so quite a high sense. And for, precise clicking tasks, I'll go my sense as low as about 45 centimeters per 360. And this seems to go for a lot of the best aimers I've seen. They will regularly change their sensitivity depending on the day, the task, the game, the character, the gun they're using, etc. So sensitivity, although it is important to have something that you're comfortable with, it's not as important as a lot of people think. You don't want to have your sensitivity too low though, or too high, which I spoke about in my aim guide, because it's just not practical. But something that's comfortable, and the more you play on a higher sense, you're going to develop really good finger and wrist control, and the more you play on a lower sense, you're going to get more comfortable using your arm to aim as well. So playing a mixture of both, I think, is actually very good for improving your overall mouse control, and just will in the long run help you become a lot more consistent with huge flicks, short flicks, very precise shots where you're using your fingers and wrist, and very big swiping motions where you're using your arm. And in saying this, sensitivity and the way it feels can greatly vary depending on what mouse and what mouse pad you're using. Recently I've been playing with a Cooler Master MM711, which is a 60-gram mouse, quite a lightweight mouse. And I've been playing on a SkyPad, which is a glass mouse pad, and probably the fastest mouse pad you can get your hands on. It is quite difficult to be precise on this pad if you don't have good mouse control, but it is a great mouse for tracking. You can turn your sense up quite high and you can track extremely smoothly because the glass pad is just so smooth to move the mouse across. So there's pros and cons to the SkyPad, of course, like every pad. If you're playing with a really grippy cloth pad, you'll probably find your tracking is a little bit not as smooth as it would be on a faster pad, something like an Artisan Hine or a SkyPad. So finding the peripherals that suit you, I think, is very important as well. Probably a lot more important than your sensitivity. If you're playing on a really high sense, but you're using like a 150-gram mouse, it's going to look and feel a lot slower than even a low sense on like a 60-gram mouse, for example. So it is very expensive to try out all these different peripherals and mouse pads and stuff. So I can understand if you just want to, you want to get your mouse, your pad, and stick to it, and that is completely fine. If I had to recommend any pad for someone who's not super experienced and a mouse, I would say any SteelSeries QKC mouse pad is really good in my opinion. That's what I started with, and it's just a great mouse pad overall. It's a fairly grippy pad, but you can, it's quite good for tracking, flicking. It just, you feel like you have pretty good control on that pad. And then for a mouse, I would recommend, if you're kind of a beginner to PC or aiming, I would recommend a heavier kind of mouse, maybe something like a Logitech G402 or a G502. They are very solid, very good mice. They feel good to hold, they feel good to control, but they are on the heavier side. They're about, I think, like 130 to 150 grams, those two mice. But I personally would recommend something more closer to 100 grams. And if you are experienced and quite good with your mouse control, try go even lighter and just see how it feels. Something like a GPX Superlight 60-gram wireless mouse. It's very widely known as one of the best mice you can get. The Cooler Master MM711 I mentioned before that I use, I really like that. But yeah, it is all just preference. So if you are looking for a mouse, you have to try out different mice to kind of know what you like, I guess. Now I want to talk more specifically about aim trainers themselves, and are they actually worth your time? Do they help you improve? I've heard a lot of people ask these questions, and I've heard people say that they've played aim trainers and they don't help them at all. And I've heard the opposite. People say they've greatly helped. My personal experience, over 1,000 hours, I've noticed a huge difference in my mouse control and different aim styles, aim techniques, tracking, flicking, everything I have improved at. And I wouldn't say it's all a direct result of just aim trainers, but with over 1,000 hours, I can definitely credit a lot of the improvement to aim trainers. But the important thing with aim trainers is that you're actually using them correctly. I think a lot of people don't use them correctly, and they just spend a lot of time playing novelty, easy tasks, or a task that they're good at, something like grid shot, which is a very easy task. The targets don't move, they're very big, and most people here probably know what grid shot is. It is a very fun task, and it's great for warming up, and it will help you improve your speed and flicking for sure. But there are much better tasks that you can play. I will link Voltaic's channel down in the description. If you are interested, I would say it is widely known as the greatest aim training routine to improve in all aspects of aim. The tasks that they have go from novice, intermediate to advanced, and basically those are the only tasks I play now, and those are the only tasks I've played for a long time, and they will greatly help you improve at whatever you're trying to improve at. They also have been specifically designed and refined over time to help people go from a novice level of aiming all the way to advanced. So the tasks will actually change. There'll be the same tasks from the novice to advanced. There'll be new tasks, and you know, if they're the same tasks, the targets will get smaller, they'll move faster, whatnot. So they will help you improve, and there is a spreadsheet you can download, so I'll link all of that on Voltaic's channel. You can go there, you can watch the video, download the spreadsheet, and if you are really serious about improving your aim, I would say this is the #1 way to go about it. But yeah, I've been babbling on for quite a while about aim trainers and sensitivities, so I think I'll kind of sum the video up here and say the answer to the question, do I think aim trainers are worth it? Absolutely, if you are using them correctly. I think you need to learn how to use an aim trainer correctly to get the benefits of it. Just like anything, if you're practicing something and you're not practicing it in the correct way, you're not going to see the same results as someone that practices in a very routine and just smarter way to practice. So work smarter, not harder. It's the old saying. But yeah, that's what I've learned in my 1,000 hours on aim trainers. I will continue to play aim trainers for sure, and I hope this information helps people that are maybe looking to get into aim trainers and weren't sure if they're worth it and whatnot. So you just got to use them correctly, you know, practice hard, work smart, and you will see improvement and results in the end. So if you did find this video interesting or helpful, guys, a like is always appreciated, and I will be uploading more educational videos like this. So if you want to see anything specific, comment down below, and I read all the comments. I will definitely consider every suggestion for any type of video you'd like to see. But yeah, subscribe if you want to see more, and thank you very much for watching. Appreciate it.